the other end. That's where it is now, right now. They came out firing at Burke early. Burke once again able to stop all of the shots at him so far. A whistle, puck is thrown against the board. Face-off will be on the right-hand side of Concordia's goal. Concordia won last night by a score of 5-2, finding an open net in the very last minute after the Nanooks had pulled Paul Burke in an effort to get one, perhaps two goals when they were in a power play situation. The face-off comes out to Dave Davinsky at the right point. He puts it back down the right-hand side, going after Bob Verbanek for the Nanooks. Also on the ice with him is Rosellis. Clay Wallace is on. A slap shot down the right-hand side, right off of the glove of Burke. Put it high in the air. Puck goes to the right-hand corner now. Concordia on the tack. Over to dig it out. It's Rosellis up quickly to Verbanek. Verbanek puts it out of the Nanook zone, but it's contained by Concordia. Verbanek drops the puck off at his own blue line. It's picked up there by Clay Wallace. Wallace backs up a little bit, then dumps it down the left-hand side in the corner back around behind the goal where the goalie will stop it. In goal tonight is number 1 for Concordia. I believe that's John Highlander. Coming back down the Nanooks right-hand corner. Rosella's pass in at the top of the slot. Shot down. 2 good saves by Burke. Shot from the very top of the slot, almost at the blue line, came down. Burke stopped it, and waiting right there just away from Burke was number 20, Dave Noah, looking for the rebound. Burke stopped the rebound shot, too, and put the glove down on it to ice the puck. Face-off will be on the left-hand side of the Nanooks goal right now, and we're up to date. 16:07 to play, period number 1. No score yet. Face-off comes to the left point. Concordia controls, brings it down the left-hand side. So the end slap shot is deflected at the slot right now. Zazer after it. He'll push it away. Lou Basler picks it up. He's got Chris Ford out in front of him. Basler goes to the left-hand side. Slap shot is wide to the left. Comes back around to the right-hand corner. Zazer is there. He tries to dig it out and come back to Ford. But Concordia steals the puck away, and they come right back on the attack. Down the right-hand side, they hit a man on the extreme right-hand side. Comes down and pushed back around behind the goal line by Mark Cohen. Comes to the left-hand side, looks in the slot, can't find a man in the slot. Passes as the man broke for the slot, couldn't get to him. Nanooks played off the boards on the right-hand side, but Concordia picks it back up, comes back into the slot, rolls toward the goal, pushed away once again by Burke. Back around behind the goal, it's Cohen trying to dig it out for the Nanooks. Puck comes back out on the left-hand side. Nanooks pushed away John Lovedahl there very quickly to push it away. Chris Ford beats it at the right point and shoves it back into Concordia's zone. Nanooks back very quickly as Concordia pick it right behind their own goal. They lose the puck, comes down on the right-hand side. Zazer gets it, puts it back across the slot. Concordia picks it up there. Loose puck at center ice now. Lovedahl races forward back in his own zone, and he's being out-hustled for it by number 21, a big guy, Jeff Goose. And he's about twice Lovedahl's size and easily as fast. Slap shot by Goose on the left-hand side is slapped away. Good save by Burke. Cohen almost put it in, though. Finally taken away by Chris Ford down the right-hand side. 3-on-2 situation. Basler and Ford drops it off to Basler. Basler slap shot missed everything. The puck just slid right along, didn't move. They pushing it back into the left-hand corner now. And they're trying to maintain the puck in their attacking zone, but Concordia brings it out down the right-hand side. Cohen gets a stick on it at his own blue line, dumps it back in Concordia's zone. Concordia is there, and they dump it right back in the Nanook zone. When Lovedahl is waiting, he tries to dump it out, can't do it. Man top of the slot is pushed off to the right-hand side right now. Bruce Fryfield on it. He tries to move the puck out. Pass back into the slot, still no good. Fryfield takes a loose puck and breaks out. It's 3-on-3. Fryfield has Owens trailing him. He's pushed off the puck. Anderson is there. Loose puck back at center ice now. Concordia controls the 2-on-3 situation. They'll wait for help. They'll move the puck down the left-hand side now. Moving in towards the goal on Lovedahl. Pass Lovedahl to Owens. Owens pushes it off to Anderson. The Nanooks try to get back on the attack, but Concordia picks the puck off in their own zone and moves with it. Back on the left-hand side now. They'll move it out to center right. Cohen is there. Slaps it right back towards the zone, but it stops at the blue line. And we have a loose puck at center ice. Both teams try to diverge on it. Puck goes back into the Concordia zone in the left-hand corner. Rosellis went after it. Moving in the puck now, Clay Wallace. Wallace dumps it off the right-hand side. Back into the Concordia zone. It'll be a 2-line pass. They'll bring it right back where Danner and Nanook was in the zone too early. If one was, it would be Rosellis, number 10. No score, 13:33 left in the first period. Both teams have come out and skating hard. We understand this is about 7 games in 10 days for Concordia. So they've had their work cut out for them. They won 5-2 last night. Loose puck at center ice controlled down the right-hand side by Bellamini over to Verbanek in the slot. Verbanek moves off, no shot. He had Rosellis trailing. Rosellis goes after the puck on the boards on the left-hand side, but is unable to maintain it in play. Puck comes back out for Concordia down the right-hand side, in on the goal, back around behind the goal. They push it back out in front of the slot. Burke pushes it away off the left-hand side. Puck in the corner there, back behind the goal. They'll bring it out on the left-hand side again, once again. This shot misses right to the right. And Burke back very quickly to stop it, coming in from the left-hand side from behind. Puck goes into the right-hand corner now. The Nanooks swarm after it. On the left-hand side, it's Clay Wallace and Burbank going after it. Rosella's trailing. Loose puck at center ice. Rosella dumps it into the Concordia zone. Concordia controls it, brings it back out on the right-hand side. Bellamini is back after him. Checks the man hard on the boards, and Nanooks still have it in the Concordia zone. Puck back around behind the goal now as the Nanooks try to get a scoring opportunity here. Puck comes back around behind the goal, taken away by a Concordia defender there. Nanooks trying to maintain there's the slap shot, goes wide to the right into the corner. Coming back out, Concordia will clear the puck finally out of their zone. They'll move it at center ice down the left-hand side this time. On the fly, Dubinsky is there, pushes the man off. Pass into the slot, man is pushed away. Off onto the right-hand side, comes out to the right point where Concordia will control the puck back down the boards on the right-hand side, back around behind the goal. They'll maintain on the right-hand side as they come back out on the right. And the puck is taken away by number 13 for the Nanooks. Tom Pargetter into the hockey game. Loose puck at center ice. Concordia brings it right back. Slap shot left side is deflected by Dubinsky. Clay Wallace back around behind the goal, trying to take it away. Puck comes back out on the right-hand side. Taken away by Jeff Bellamini down the right-hand side. Dumps it into the Concordia zone, now back in the left-hand corner. Going after it is Pargetter. Pargetter back around behind the goal. Tries to move out on the right-hand side, can't do it, and the puck is stopped up on the net back behind the Concordia goal. So the Nanooks getting on the attack early here in the first period. 11:44 to play. No score in the hockey game. And fast action in a good period so far for the Nanooks. Nanooks, of course, still looking for their first win, but their hockey has improved so much. Seeing them here the first time against West Point, probably a little bit in awe of the long gray line to begin with, and then having to play such fine hockey players. And they're approaching that level themselves. On the face-off comes to Lenny Zazer, left-hand side. Lou Baszler now chases it in the corner for the Nanooks, back around behind the goal. Over there after it, Chris Ford comes out to the right-hand corner, and Concordia manages to clear the puck. Lovedahl waits at the blue line, though. Shoves it over left-hand side to Baszler. Baszler tries to shove it back in the Concordia zone, does. Back around in the left-hand corner, back around behind the goal, where Concordia gets the puck first. Chris Ford is there, challenging for it. Puck comes back out on the right-hand side as Concordia clears the puck. Cohen waits at his own blue line, shoots it across to Lovedahl, back to Cohen. Cohen dumps it right back in the zone into the right-hand corner. And the Nanooks try to get back on the attack. Puck back around behind Concordia's goal. They're pushed off the left-hand corner down the board. Slap shot by Cohen at the blue line is no good. And Concordia brings it back out of the zone down the right-hand side. Tries to get back on the attack. Into the Nanooks zone. Slap shot right side. Good save by Burke. Pushes it away from the top of the slot. Puck is wide to the left. Back out in front of the goal. Crease. The puck comes and the Nanooks take it away. Zazer to Ford. Ford out front. He has one man to catch him. He pushes him away to the right-hand side. And Zazer and Baszler trailing. Nanooks changing on the fly. Coming on right now, it's Jeff Owen on the ice down the right-hand side. Concordia brings it down as the Nanooks change on the fly. It's Lovedahl. Stops the break himself. Gives the puck away. Feeds it to Jeff Owens down the right-hand side. Owens across the blue line now. Moves by a man. Has a room. Moves in. Shot in front of the crease. He has Lovedahl, but the puck was deflected. They couldn't get it to Lovedahl in front of the goalie. Puck down to the left-hand corner at the blue line now. Comes back out on the left-hand side. Nanooks on the attack, trying to hold the puck into the Concordia zone. Comes out to center ice right now. Maintained at center ice by Lovedahl at his own blue line. Stolen away by Tom Anderson on the right-hand side, and he'll put a shot on goal that is pushed away by the Concordia goalie. Concordia gains control. This time they bring it back. It's a 2-on-2 situation. Down the left-hand side, the man comes. Dubinsky pushes him off behind the goal and plays good position. Puck comes back out to the left point. Long slap shot from there. Rebound shot is missed. Puck goes back around behind the goal. Clay Wallace is back there. He'll push it away down the right-hand side. The Nanooks looking for the first win of the season. Puck comes back around behind their own goal. Back out front. Missed pass by the Concordia team. To the right point. Slap shot is stopped and knocked away by Clay Wallace. Nanooks will be called for icing as it went the length of the rink. They'll bring it right back down, face it off on the right-hand side of the Nanooks goal. You're listening to Nanook Hockey here on KFRV Fairbanks. We're about, 9:33 left in the first period. No score yet. And Paul Burke out talking to the official, then moves, or out talking to the linesman, now skates over to the official, and he's pointing down to his pads or something. I think he may be requesting a change or something. He says something is wrong here. So with time out on the ice, look at the scoreboard with 9:33 left to play. It's the Nanooks nothing, Concordia nothing.
Leaves are dead.
For victory right now at the end of one period. The Nanooks are not behind. They are tied for the lead. No score One penalty in the first period went to Dave Dubinsky. He was assessed early, 2 minutes for holding. Shots on goal, 13-5. The Nanoks did not have a shot on net until the 10-minute mark of the first period. I'm informed by our Daily News minor official statistician, Bob Ely, and we thank him very much. So the Nanoks came out skating hard defensively and are beginning to attack towards the end of the period. Got some adrenaline flowing, excited the fans here a little bit, and they're right in the hockey game. They're all tied up at 0-0. We'll thank Bud Hilton for his sponsorship of our coverage here this evening. And if you're at home and a nice sitting there in front of the fire enjoying the game, we'll be back momentarily with period number 2. In the meantime, stay with us here on 900 Radio as we update you on news, weather, and sports, and some good music from Frank Sackett. This is Chuck Vincent from the Patty Center Ice Arena. Reminding you, the score at the end of the first period is the Nanoks 0, Concordia 0. 15:01 showing on the clock. No score right now. Concordia flips the puck high in the air and out of the zone. It comes down at center ice, rolls into the Nanok area. Verbanek is back, puts it into the left-hand corner. Coming after it is Dubinsky. Dubinsky comes after it. He stopped on the left-hand side, up against the boards now. Slap shot out of there, comes into the glove of Burke. Burke shoves it out to Dubinsky. Dubinsky goes down to the left-hand corner again, gets the puck in. Another slap shot. Good save by Burke, once again pushing it away. Another save on the right-hand side by Burke. And Concordia is frustrated. Burke stopping everything they can throw at him. Burke having perhaps his finest 4 periods in a row here, last night and tonight. And not doing too bad in the first 5 minutes of this period. As Concordia is frustrated, banging their sticks against the wall after their shots, and Burke has stopped everything they've thrown at him and then throws in the puck. Face off right-hand side now, comes out to the right point, and plays it on the boards, puts it back behind the Nanoks goal. Back around behind the goal on the left-hand side. Puck now comes out on the right-hand side. They try to flip it away. Flying through, it's Lovedoll slapping the puck away once again. So Burke getting some help from his teammates as the Nanoks have gotten lots of practice playing defense, and they're getting better at it. Puck comes up the left-hand side now, and Concordia tries the Nanoks try and clear it out. They do. Lose puck at center ice, but Concordia is still in control. They'll dump it right back in. Let's see, we've got Chris Wallace going back after it, number 16. And he comes back around behind the goal, tries to move the puck out, moves it outside the blue line, but loose puck at center ice. Bellomini picks the puck up, tries to get it back to Wallace, Chris Wallace. Chris is stopped at his own blue line, but the puck is shoved into the Concordia zone. They'll try and clear it out right now. Bellomini tries to come away with it. He can't. Concordia clears. They'll come right back on the right-hand side now. On the attack, Cohen tries to push him away. Puck comes back in front of the goal crease, once again taken away after one save by Burke. Puck back around behind the Nanoks goal. Dumped off by Cohen, back around to the right-hand side to Chris Wallace. Wallace loses the puck at the blue line. Coming back at it, top of the slot now. They drop the pass off and try to move it in. Another shot. This one's deflected by Cohen in front of the goal and taken away by Bellomini down the right-hand side. As the Nanoks keep taking that puck away from the goal. They've got to get back on the attack to score, though. They've got to score to win. Chris Wallace puts his stick on the puck, clears it the length of the ice, stopped behind the goal by the goalie, and Concordia brings it back out of their zone up the right-hand side. Number 20, Noah moves with it down the right-hand side. His slap shot deflected, goes into the left-hand corner now. It's Rosellis over trying to dig it out. Comes up to the right-hand point, pushed out of the Nanook zone. Nanook's trying to get on the attack right now. It's number 21, Chris Ford, as the Nanook's changed on the fly. We've got Ford, Baszler, and Zazer on the ice right now. Wallace and Dubinsky comes on to give Lovedoll a break. Stops at the left blue line by Cohen. His slap shot is deflected off to the right. Puck along the boards on the right-hand side as Concordia tries to control it and get it out of their zone. Puck comes to number 11, Mike Jorchol. Jorchol stops at the blue line, but slaps the puck high in the air and out of the zone, brings it down on the attack, down the left-hand side. Dubinsky is there to push him off into the corner on the left-hand side. Puck comes back out, and the Nanook's in control down the right-hand side. It's Chris Ford moving with it across the blue line. Ford has room. Slap shot. Good save by Hollander. Taken away immediately by number 10, Berkland, as Hollander was about 10 feet out in front of the crease. Puck on the left-hand side. Loose puck at center ice. Concordia picks it up, moves it into the Nanook zone. They move by Dubinsky. They hit a man on the right-hand side, or they missed a man. The right-hand side coming in. They put it back in front of the crease. Puck comes out to the left point, though. Long slap shot from there. As lots of traffic deflects it. Baszler gets his stick on it, plays it off the boards on the left-hand side. There's Lenny Zazer. Zazer moves in one-on-one, tries to move by a man, plays it off the left side on the board. Fryfield comes after it, moves it back on to the left point. Slap shot by Cohen. is picked up in the glove of Harlander. So Harlander gets in the glove, skates away with it. So the Nanoks getting some shots at any rate. 12:41 to play in this second period. There is no score. There's only one penalty to this date. That came in the first period when Dubinsky was put in early for holding. On the ice now for the Nanos, Jeff Owens comes on. We've got Mark Cohen on. Looks like Lovedahl is back on. Also Verbanek, Anderson. Strange lineup this time. Cohen is coming off. Verbanek and Lovedahl are on a defensive position. Let's see, we've got Fryfield and Anderson on the wings and Owens at center. On the faceoff, left-hand side of the Concordia net. They managed to clear the puck out, dumped right back in by the Nanos, but Concordia still controls the puck. They dump it out at center ice. Verbanek moves back with it, back across the blue line, top of the slot, tries to split the defenders, can't quite do it. Ganged up on as four purple jerseys surround him. Verbanek steals it right back, though, dumps it back on the right-hand side as the Nanos try to get into a forechecking posture now. Gets that puck back in the Concordia zone and maintain it. Puck comes out this time down the left-hand side. Concordia tries to get back on the attack, and Lovedahl waits back and dumps the puck right back out. At center ice, the Concordia team dumps it right back in. Goes into the left-hand corner now. Nanoks will try and dig it out, push it back out. 11:59 to play. Puck is dumped right back in the Nanoks zone, and we have a whistle. It'll be offsides on Concordia. 11:57. No score in the hockey game, as Burke has been outstanding. Face-off on the left-hand side, just outside the Nanoks blue line. And they push it back towards the Concordia zone, but their defensemen are back and handle it easily. Puck comes back out on the right-hand point, now back into the slot, and finally pushed away over to Anderson. Anderson brings it back for the Nanoks down the right-hand side on the fly. He's moving quickly. Slap shot, good. Deflection, almost went in. But the save was still good by Harlander. Puck on the left-hand side now, up against the boards, and we have a whistle. Throws it there. Face-off will be on the left-hand side. And Nanoks skating hard. Had another opportunity. The shot by Anderson coming down the right-hand side was a seamer. The man caught it on the board that he wears on his right hand, deflected it high, or deflected it up but not high, and it just cleared the goal. On the face-off, the puck comes back behind the goal of Concordia. They try to put it on the right-hand side, coming over after it, number 15 for the Nanoks, Brett King. We've got also John Burns on the ice as Concordia brings it out down the left-hand side. They'll skate across the red line, across the blue line, down the left-hand side. Dubinsky is there, pushing him in the corner. Shot on goal, deflected by Burke, pushed back around behind the goal. Dubinsky comes away with it, puts it out on the left-hand side. Slap shot there by the right point is taken away. Down the slot, it's Dubinsky moving with it very easily through traffic. Tries to dump it into the Concordia zone. Does, back around behind the goal. Man checked off the puck there as, once again, it's Dubinsky goes down. Oh, pardon me, no, number 13, Tom Pargetter. Puck dumped back into the Concordia zone. Coming after it is, hard check. Man went down. It was Brett King. King even has lost his stick and his helmet. He's trying to find out which direction the puck is going. He's throwing back towards his own goal. Down the left-hand side right now. Drop pass off. They try to move it in towards... good save once again by Burke. Puck catches the puck in between the pads of the knees. So Burke just keeps stopping. Everything thrown at him. Cut came from the right-hand side. Through a lot of traffic. Burke got it in the pads between the knees. 10:33 to play. No score in the hockey game. Out picking up helmets in six right now is number 15, Tom Pargetter, or Brett King, as he leaves the ice. Try and check the Nanoks lineup for you. It's Baszler's line back on now with Verbanek in a defensive position. They're trying to clear the puck now. It's stopped once again at the blue line by Concordia. They bring it right down the slot. Left-hand side man has an open shot. It's deflected once again by Burke. Off into the left-hand corner. As Burke gets another save, they bring it right back in, shovel it into the right-hand corner this time. Nanoks fighting for control of the puck, trying to get it out of their zone and into Concordia's where they can get on the attack. Two men go down behind the goal. Puck is frozen underneath them. Face-off will be on the right-hand side of the Nanoks goal. 10:08 to play. No score in the hockey game. Second period. Face-off comes back out to the left, or the right point. Shot on goal. Burke is once again equal to the challenge. Shovels it off into the right-hand corner. Up to Zazer. Zazer clears the puck finally. There'll be no icing call as the defender gets to it first. On the left-hand side, they'll bring it, try to get it back out of their zone. Nanoks trying to get into a forechecking posture, just not able to do it. Just not able to get back quick enough. Down the right-hand side, they bring it back in front of the goal. Puck taken away by Baszler. Zazer comes back after it. Pass across the slot is deflected by Lovedahl. Put another one in. It's wide to the right, back around behind the goal. Lovedahl is there to put it into the right-hand corner. Puck comes back out behind the goal now. Trying to dig it out is Verbenek in the right-hand side. Lovedahl comes after it. Moves up the right-hand side. It stops at the right point again. And there it's Zazer trying to dig it out for the Nanoks. Nanoks just can't seem to get the puck out of their zone. There it finally comes out. But Concordia is still in control of the puck. Back in their own zone. They'll take it back behind their goal. And bring it out the right-hand side. Drop it back off as Chris Ford was back challenging. They have the puck behind their own goal and bring it out the left-hand side right now. Fryfield comes after, gives chase. And stops at the blue line by Verbenek. Dumps it right back into the Concordia zone. Concordia goes back to dig it out. Number 7, Anderson back in a forechecking posture. Fryfield back to help. So is Owens as the Nanoks try to get on the attack. Puck comes out to the left point. Slap shot by Verbenek is taken away. Owens still on the attack now. Moves in his backhand over to Anderson. Anderson out to Fryfield. Fryfield just deflected, just misses off the left-hand side. As Fryfield was in the slot, in position. Puck comes back around Concordia in control, moving with the puck in his own zone, moving down the right-hand side. Steve Baumgartner moves out to the slot. Slap shot is wide to the left by Fargetter. Moves it off to the left-hand side now. Puck comes back down the right-hand side. Nanoks trying to clear the puck out of their zone. That's where they've been all night. And finally, Verbenek gets the stick on the puck, and they break it out, shoots it out quickly. Anderson down the right-hand side. Slap shot is high over the goal. Had the goalie beat, but it was just over the right-hand corner. Puck still on the right-hand side. Nanoks trying to keep it in the Concordia zone right now. Puck comes out to center ice. Anderson with it, moves it back in. Slap shot from the right-hand side. Good save by Hollander. Follow-up shot by Anderson is deflected before he can get it in. Anderson tries to shovel it back out in front of the crease where Fryfield is waiting. They move it back out to the left point. Gets by Lovedahl. Lovedahl goes to retrieve it back in his own zone. He'll take it back behind his own goal, bring it out the left-hand side. Fakes once, moves back with it the other way as he's pushed into the boards hard. As it's just tough to get away from these Concordia attackers. They bring it back out in front of the crease. Top of the slot is the pass. Comes back to the right-hand side. Pass is stolen away this time. It looks like by Owens breaking. Oh, it's by John Burns down the slot. Puts a shot on goal. Didn't have much steam on it, and Harlander is equal to the challenge. He comes down on it as a lot of traffic was coming at him and freezes the puck. Face-off will be on the right-hand side once again of Concordia's goal. As the Nanoks try to get on the attack. Every now and then they'll get one down on the goal. 7:29 left to play period 2. There is no score. No score in the hockey game. On the face-off, Burns puts it back behind the Nanoks goal down the right-hand side now. Concordia tries to clear it out. They'll drop it off to take the man off. Man comes out on the left-hand side, moving through traffic, pass up the right-hand side out of the zone. Across the blue line on the attack, slap shot from the right-hand side. Good save by Burke, catches it in the glove. So Burke's still able to stop everything that's thrown at him at this point. That was thrown from quite a distance, but it did have some steam on it. Here comes the Baszler line on. Chris Ford with Lenny Zazer there with him. As Nanoks using a lot of different personnel trying to stay a little fresher as the pace has been hectic tonight. 7:12 left to play in the hockey game, or in the second period. Still no score. Scoreless tie right now. Nanoks playing some tremendous defense all night long. Their attacking game is a little off, though. Puck on the faceoff comes into the Concordia zone, but Concordia still controls it. Nanoks just can't seem to get on the attack. They bring it across the blue line on the right-hand side. Drop it off there at the point. It's pushed back out of the zone. Moving with it is Baszler. Baszler dumps it into the Concordia zone down the right-hand side. Back around behind the goal it comes. Chris Ford is there to check the man off the puck. Concordia moves with the puck, brings it out the left-hand side. Stopped at the blue line by Lovedahl. Lovedahl dumps it right back in the zone as the Concordia team tries to clear the puck. They bring it out the right-hand side. This time they'll move it out of their zone. They've got a 3-on-3 situation down the right-hand side. They're pushed off by Cohen. Man skates around Cohen, shoots it back into the slot. Well out of the crease. Burke comes trying to push it away. Finally gets it back out to center ice. But Concordia still controls it there, and they'll bring it right back across the blue line on the left-hand side. Man moves into the slot. They'll always shoot for that man in the slot. There's a shot from the left point, though. It's deflected, goes into the left-hand corner. Over to dig it out. Chris Ford is there, and about 3 purple jerseys of Concordia. Throws it there. Face-off will be on the left-hand side of the Nanoks goal. And it's Jeff Owens' line coming on tonight with Bruce Fryfield, number 18, and Tom Owens, number 7. 6:04 left to play in second period. Still no score in the hockey game. Most of the action has been happening on the Nanoks zone. They've been able to keep it out. Burke has had an extremely fine night. Puck comes back out. Shot from the left point. Shovel down. Another one pushed away by Burke. Back around behind the goal. Dubinsky brings it back out up to Looks like Bradfield on the right-hand side. He has the puck stolen away. Loose puck now comes out towards the blue line, taken away by Owens. Out to Anderson on the right-hand side. Passes a little in front of him. He couldn't quite catch up with it. Puck puts back into the Nanook zone. Now taken away by Anderson. Anderson this time brings it across the line and was going to take a slap shot. Was hung up in number 11's stick. That's Mike Shortall. Puck comes around the left-hand side, put back around behind the Concordia goal. Anderson comes after it. Loose puck is still there. Concordia brings it out on the left-hand side as number 16 moves with the puck. That's Gary Tolkinen. Puck comes back around behind the Nanook goal as they move it to the length of the ice quickly. Back into the left-hand corner now. Nanook will try and dig it out at that point. Concordia moves out with it, tries to shovel it out in front of the zone. Another save by Burke as he's pushed it away. Puck comes out for Bannock, clears it up the left-hand side now. And there'll be an icing call as Concordia just couldn't quite catch up with the puck. So another hand for the Nanook's defensive effort. And the defense has been fine tonight. At least keeping it out of the goal. They've been successful at that. They've been unable, though, to mount a sustained attack against Concordia. They're able to come down, but they're not able to hold it in the zone. They may get one or maybe one shot on goal and a rebound shot. But so far, John Hollander has kept everything out. Puck goes to the right-hand side now, back in front of the goal, high in the air, and it's once again stopped by Burke. They'll put the puck on the right-hand side of the Nanook goal and face it off again. 4:58 to play in the period now. 4:58 to play. There's the face-off. And it's cleared out of the zone. Length of the ice. Nanook's back trying to get into a forechecking. Burn follows. Slap shot by Rosellas at the blue line as he stuffed it. Coming over to the right-hand side now. Bellamini is there, and Lovedahl moves in. Save. Rebound shot by Bellamini is blocked once again. And as the goalie moves well out, he had the puck in his glove. Face-off will be on the right-hand side now, the Nanook's goal. Or pardon me, of the Concordia goal. It just comes out that way so much tonight. The Nanook's playing excellent defense. Now face-off now right-hand side of Concordia's goal. Baszler will handle the face-off for the Nanook. There's the face-off. It's controlled by Concordia. They'll try and shovel up there, get it out of the zone down the left-hand side on the fly. Man moves in the left-hand corner. Shot on goal from almost the corner. Once again saved by Burke, pushed back out. And it looked like the puck is going to come out of the zone. It stops at the blue line and dumped right back in by Concordia. Slap shot from the top of the point. Once again pushed away by Burke and taken out of in front of him by Verbanek over in the right-hand corner now. Back around behind the goal. Nanook's trying to dig it out. Verbanek is behind the goal, trying to dig it out for the Nanook. Comes out to the right point. Concordia dumps it right back behind the goal. Loose puck is shoveled away once again by the Nanook. They'll try and clear the puck. Once again it comes back. Around good save once again by Burke in perfect position. He's been everywhere he's needed to be tonight. Puck goes into the left-hand corner. 3:55 on the scoreboard right now. Puck comes back out on the left-hand side. Puck comes high in the air, slapped away once again by Burke, and 17. Baszler gets the stick on it and slaps it the length of the ice. Not the length of the ice. Concordia is back quickly to pick up control of it. Stops at the blue line by Baszler. And we have a whistle at the blue line. Probably being offsides. They'll face it off just outside the Concordia blue line. The Nanook's trying to get on the attack. 3:41 left to play in the second period. We've had only one penalty in this hockey game. That came early in the first period. One penalty and no scores at this point. Puck shot on goal from the faceoff by the Concordia team. Puck comes out to the right point. Dumped right back into the right corner, back around behind the goal. Nanook's trying to dig it out and get it out of their zone. They'd love to get back on the attack, and they've not done much attacking this period. Back out to the right point. There'll be a slap shot from there. It's deflected in traffic. No, it wasn't deflected in traffic. It was deflected into Paul Burke's glove. Burke's concentration excellent last night and so far tonight. 3:22. Burke has not allowed a goal now in 36, better than 36 minutes. There's the face-off pushed away by Owens. Owens pushes it in the right-hand corner now. They bring it out across the crease in the left-hand side. And the Nanook's able to clear the puck, controlled at center ice, though, by Concordia. They dump it back in the Nanook zone, but Mark Cohen is there. Bad pass, tried to get it by a man. He shipped it right back down Mark's throat. Mark checked him off the puck, though, and the puck is loose in the Nanook zone. Concordia controls it, though, finally. Puts it back on the left-hand side. Goes into the corner there. Comes back out to the blue line. And waiting in his own blue line, defender for Concordia, number 4, Brian Battendal. But, and it goes in. There is a goal scored from the right-hand side. There's the first goal of the game, and it goes to Concordia. So the Nanoks fall behind here in the second period. Puck comes 17 minutes and 17 seconds into the second period. Let's see if we can pick up an announcement. Tom Samuelson got the goal. Lonnie Vattendahl on the faceoff. The puck comes back into the Concordia zone, but they're still controlling the puck. They're moving with it back to the right-hand side now. On the ice for the Nanoks, John Burns, Rosellis, Bellamini, Verbenik, and defensively, let's see, we've got Dubinsky on also. Dubinsky and Verbenik on defensively. Now Concordia will clear it out of the zone down the right-hand side. They move in on the goal, and once again, they save by Burke as Burke pushes it away, taking out the right-hand side. Nanoks trying to move it out of the zone. Finally do. Loose puck at center ice, dumps right back in the Nanoks zone, but taken away again by Dubinsky. Up to Rosellis on the right-hand side, moves across to the slot. There's a slap shot, but it goes right into the glove of Harlander, and he pushes it away, starts to push it away, and sees Bellamini coming down on him on the right-hand side, and freezes it against the ice. We'll have a face-off right-hand side of the Concordia goal now. And on comes the scoring line for the Nanoks, Wendy Zazer, Lou Baszler, and Chris Ford. Defensively, let's see, we've got Lovedahl and Mark Cohen on. As the Nanoks fighting for a goal here in the final 2 minutes, a minute 58 on the clock in the second period. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Concordia leads. There's the face-off, pushed towards the goal, goes off to the left-hand side. Ford comes after it, looks around, and they move in to Baszler. Baszler's slap shot is deflected wide to the right, goes into the corner. Coming after it is Zazer. Zazer pushed off the puck and outnumbered, and Concordia moves the puck out smartly down the right-hand side now into the corner. Cohen pushes away, back around behind the goal, looking for a man in the slot. They've got no one. Comes out to the left point. Can't find anyone. Nanoks trying to clear the puck out of the zone. They do. And so the Concordia team will have to clear. Zazer slaps it away, and we have a whistle. And I'm not sure why the whistle was called. Although we're going to have a face-off inside the Nanoks zone. Face-off will be on the right-hand side of the Nanoks goal. New line on for the Nanoks. This is Jeff Owens, Tom Anderson, and Bruce Fryfield. Dubinsky on defensively, along with, we'll go check it for you. They're in the far end of the rink right now. Faceoff comes out to the right point, back over the left point at the blue line. They shove it back into the right-hand corner. And they'll come right back out. Back into the corner on the left-hand side, and back out to the left point. Shot is taken away out in front. Good save by Burke as Burke went down to stop it. He's back up as the Nanoks take the puck away for him, and they'll bring it out of the zone. Concordia will have to clear, but they control the puck at center ice. Anderson pushes the man off. Owens puts a little shot down on Harlander. Following it was Fryfield, so Harlander had to go down and freeze the puck. Face-off will be on the left-hand side of the Concordia goal. So the Nanoks able to mount an attack here in the last 2 minutes. Let's see if they can shovel one across and go inside. A minute 3 left to play. Period number 2. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Concordia leads the Nanoks. Chris Ford's going to handle this face-off. Ford handles it. Both men are tied up. Puck is almost stationary beneath him. Finally taken away by Concordia down the right-hand side. On the fly, across the blue line at center ice. Drop pass picked up by Lenny Zazer. Zazer comes back for the Nanoks across the blue line. Puts it between the man's legs. Goes to the left-hand side. Looks for a man on the slot. He's got Chris Ford. Comes to fourth. Pass is slapped away, though, by number 25, Johnson, on the right-hand side. Nanoks will have to clear the zone. Now Concordia takes control of the puck. Hits a man out front, but it's going to roll down to Burke. Burke goes down and covers the puck. And face-off will be on the left-hand side of the Nanoks goal, as the Nanoks just unable to maintain any constant pressure in the Concordia end. 34 seconds left on the clock in period number 2. On the ice once again, it's the Owens line. Baszler comes off. Owens, Anderson, and Fryfield. 34 seconds on the clock. Face-off left-hand side of the Nanoks net. Comes out to the slot, shoveled away by the Nanoks immediately down the left-hand side. Concordia controls it. Tries to put a slap shot on it. Intercepted by Dubinsky. Dubinsky clears the puck out. Loose puck at center ice. Taken away by Owens. Owens comes after it. Back around behind the Concordia goal. He's pushed into the boards. Puck is still there and loose. Concordia brings it out on the right-hand side of the goal now. And back down towards center ice. They shove it on the right-hand side across the blue line on the fly. Pushed away by Mark Cohen from the right point. Slap shot there. Good save by Burke. Caught it on the stick and covered it with a glove. Face off right-hand side of the Nanoks goal. As once again, the Nanoks fans give a little hand to Paul Burke for his fine work tonight. Allowed only one goal so far in 39 minutes and 53 seconds. That means there's 7 seconds left in this period. Face off on the right-hand side of the Concordia goal. Nanook's defensively very, very good tonight. Very, very good. Offensively, not a lot of attack yet. 7 seconds on the clock. 1-0 hockey game. Concordia leads the Nanooks at Fairbanks. There's the face-off. Loose puck pushed away from the goal. Back around behind the goal now. Mad scramble forward at that point. Just off the left-hand side. Didn't go all the way behind the goal and was probably stopped there on the iron. So we'll face it off again as the puck was frozen as everyone went after it. Face-off right-hand side now. The Nanooks goal. It's Owens handling the buzzer. Owens takes it away, or Cohen takes it away back behind the goal at the end of the buzzer, or at the buzzer. So at the end of 2 periods of play, the Nanooks get another hand as they're right in there, although they do trail this time. At the end of 2 periods of play, it's the Concordia team 1, the Nanooks 0. As the University of Alaska Nanooks try to catch Concordia College, it's a 1-0 hockey game. We're about to begin period number 3, and it's brought to you in part tonight by our good friend Bud Hilton, Pumping and Thawing. All right, that's the Nanooks you hear out there trying to drum up some goals. The Nanooks have been playing excellent defense. Paul Burke has been outstanding in goal tonight. He has allowed only 1 goal on 39 shots, and there have been some spectacular saves. Paul has earned his money tonight. Earned his money. He's a college athlete. He has not paid anything. He's earned his glory tonight and his scholarship. 1-0 hockey game right now. It's the Lou Baszler line going to start it. We're at center ice. There's the face-off, and it comes back to Verbanek on playing defense now. He dumps it into the Concordia zone immediately, back around behind the goal. The puck comes. It's taken away there by Baszler. Baszler out to the right point to Dubinsky. Dubinsky slap shot in the lane comes out off to the left-hand side in the corner. Zazer goes after it, and he's frozen against the boards there, as is the puck. 19:43 showing on the clock. 1-0 hockey game. Face-off will be on the left-hand side of the Concordia goal. Now the Nanooks will come back and be on the attack. Looks like the entire hockey game has been played at the far end of the rink. Chris Ford's going to handle the face-off this time for the Nanooks. He's on with Lynn Zazer and Lou Baszler. Verbanek is on defensively, as is Dubinsky. And so Ford handles the center ice chores, and the puck is slapped in, contained by Zazer. And we have a whistle. Zazer started it off this way and may have been confused just momentarily. He's been trying to get it out of that zone for the last 20 minutes. But a whistle stopped the action. Face-off will be just outside the Concordia blue line. On the left-hand side. Baszler handles this face-off over to Zazer. Zazer's shot is deflected. Rebound shot almost goes in by Ford. Another slice out from the right point. Good save into the glove of Herlander. So the Nanooks get about 3 quick shots there. And face-off on the right-hand side. So the Nanooks off the attack. Here comes the Owens, Anderson, Fryfield line. Owens is centered. Anderson and Fryfield on the wings. Defensively is Lovedoll and Cohen. Face-off right-hand side. Concordia goal goes back into the corner. And stopped on the right-hand side. Held in by Lovedoll. Anderson flips it across the slot to the right-hand side. Back out to center ice. So the puck is cleared. Down on the attack across the blue line. Top of the slot. Pushed away, stolen by Anderson. Anderson takes it back out of the zone. Back into the Concordia zone. Nanooks come back on the fly, trying to get back on the attack. Owens tries to bring it back out in front of the goal. He is checked off twice on each side. Still back behind the goal. Brings it out to the right point. Lovedoll kicks it, or tried to stop it with a skate, and the puck slams away. Coming down one-on-one against Burke, and his shot misses wide to the right. Nanooks clear the puck immediately. Back out to Owens. Owens on the fly across the blue line on the right-hand side to Anderson. Anderson passes in front of Anderson. And the Concordia team controls it. And they come back on the fly. 3-on-2 situation. Stopped by Lovedoll at the blue line, though. Got his stick on the puck. Anderson tries to take it back into the zone. He's checked off on the left-hand side. Puck does go into the zone momentarily. Back out to center ice right now as the Nanooks change on the fly. Whistle stops the action as the puck is frozen there. And now they have some breathing time. Face-off right-hand, left-hand side, pardon me, just inside the blue line towards Concordia's goal, or just inside the red line. John Burns handles the face-off. It comes back to Verbanek, who's playing defense. Verbanek dumps it into the Concordia end, back around behind the goal. Nanooks come after it and try to get back on the attack. Concordia controls it, brings it back up. Down the left-hand side Concordia on the attack, moves in, tries to move out in front of the goal, down to the right-hand side. Puck is dropped off. Moves back around, drop pass to the right-hand side. Man tries to move in. Across the spot to the right-hand side, taken away there by Bellomini. Dumps it out at center ice into the Concordia zone, and they now look to be called for racing. We'll bring it back to the far end of the rink, face it off on the left-hand side of the Nanook goal. 17:59 to play in the hockey game. Richie Hayward skates. Richie Hayward, one of the linesmen tonight, also hard skating goal king. Brings it back. It's Baszler handling the face-off for the Nanooks right now, and he's got Chris Ford and Lenny Zazer with him. Shot from the blue line. A good save by Burke. Lovedoll takes it away to the right-hand side. He's checked off the puck, and Concordia still controls. Another feed in the spot was deflected. Comes back out on the left-hand side. Concordia trying to work it in. Lovedoll over there being a real pain. Finally moves it outside the zone to Ford, over to Zazer, back to Baszler. One-on-one against the goalie. Goes by and misses the shot. He had an open goal and missed it. He had faked Hollander out, but he had put himself off balance and missed the shot. Puck back around behind Concordia's goal now. Back around the left-hand side. The puck comes up against the board. Man freezes it there, but no one is there. Puts it off in the left-hand corner now. Back up the right-hand side. Concordia trying to come back on the attack. Or Nanook trying to get back on the attack. Put it back in Concordia's zone. Back around behind the goal. Concordia will bring it out on the right-hand side and skate down the ice. Across the blue line now. Slap shot just as soon as they cross the blue line is wide to the left. Back around to the left point, and it's slapped away by number 7, Anderson. Anderson skates after it and skates into an icing call. We'll bring the puck back down the length of the ice. And facing off once again left-hand side of the Nanook goal. 16:59 showing on the clock. It's a 1-0 hockey game. Jeff Owens on for the Nanooks now. He has Fryfield and Anderson with him. Puck comes back to Dubinsky on defense at the goal line. He tries to feed it out. Clear traffic. It's blocked. Puck rolls back towards the goal. Now they move it back out in front. Deflected. Moves back away to the left-hand side. Flat shot from there. Oh, off the iron. And had Burke beat. Another one from the other side. This one is wide to the left. And comes back around on the point. They'll try and shove it into the spot this time. Owens takes it away. He's checked into the boards. The puck is brought back. They move it down the left-hand side. They've got a man in front of the crease. They take it back from around behind the goal line. Dubinsky comes after the man, steals the puck away. He's checked hard onto the boards on the left-hand side. Puck comes to Concordia. They take it out to the left point. Slap shot from there, and it's good. Slap shot from the left point, but in the right-hand corner, just barely got in. Burke couldn't quite reach it with his skates. He was out there trying, though. So it's a 2-0 hockey game as the goal comes 3 minutes and 35 seconds into the third period. Now 3:35 into the third period. Concordia picks up the second goal. Nanook's down by 2. Let's see if we get an announcement. We may not get it before the face-off. Burns is handling the face-off. He has Bellomini and Rosales on the wings. Defensively, it's Lovedoll and Cohen. Loose puck at center ice. Concordia now controls. Comes back on the fly. Dumps it back behind the Nanook.